What are you doing in my swamp? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1977 movie Exorcist 2, The Heretic. So, this movie follows Reagan, once again played by Blair, and in this movie, she is still trying to move on and stuff. It's been 4 years. She's living with this person that's helping her and stuff. She's kind of like going through therapy and stuff, and Father Lamont is sent to investigate the death of Father Mirren from the first movie, and he does this thing where they have some kind of connection due to this machine. It doesn't really make any sense and everything, but it connects their thoughts together where they can see inside each other's minds. It's a silly concept and stuff, and it just didn't make any sense for this movie why they would put it in here and stuff. And it kind of like shows how Father Mirren died and stuff, which totally kind of ruins stuff from the first movie, because like you don't know how he died in the first movie, and them answering that question kind of just undermines that ending and stuff. I really hated that about this movie, and it does that with other stuff too, like that we find out the demon's name is Pazuzu, which I had known about this part of the movie because of watching stuff about the Exorcist before and stuff, and they mentioned the demon's name was Pazuzu and stuff. I always wondered how they knew it, but I figured it was going to be explained in the sequels and stuff, and they do in this movie. They give it a backstory, and pretty much Reagan has these special powers and stuff that are meant to be done for good, so Pazuzu is trying to take her down and stuff, and that's why he possessed her and stuff in the first movie. It's really, really stupid and just really undermines the first movie, and it's like, why do we need an explanation for why the demon possessed her and stuff? Like this movie just it really annoyed the crap out of me and stuff. And there's this subplot with this other character that Kokomo or something like that, that has powers and stuff and was possessed by Pazuzu before, and Father Mirren had helped him and stuff, and so he has these special powers where he can have locusts go after to stop Pazuzu anytime he tries to come around or whatever, and protects people and stuff, and everything. It's an okay subplot, kind of interesting to hear a little bit of backstory for Father Mirren and stuff that wasn't in the first one, I guess. It didn't really it wasn't really that great or anything. It just was alright. I thought that it was an alright story, but it just wasn't anything super great. But by the end of the movie, they go back to the old house, and there's like this doppelganger of Reagan that's possessed by Pazuzu and stuff, and the real Reagan is in there too, and her and Father Lamont are trying to take it down and stuff, and it's just really, really bad ending and stuff. I really didn't enjoy this movie very much, to be honest. I thought it was really a kind of bad movie and everything, and I've heard mostly bad about it. I've heard a couple of people say they really love it and stuff, and they love it because it's so much different than the original. I know at least one of my friends said that he liked it more than the original because of how different stuff it was. I honestly, I don't get it, but I mean, to each their own. But like I said, it could have been so much better, and trying to answer the questions that nobody ever would have asked and anything anyway, it just kind of ruins the legacy of the first movie and everything. I know a lot of people said that it tarnished the legacy of the first one, and most of the time I don't agree on sequels doing that. Most of the time I think that them doing that I think it's kind of silly to say that, but this is one of the movies that I do agree with it on, and it does happen some and everything. There are movies that undermine the first one, and this is definitely one of the ones that did, and everything. I kind of wish that I didn't watch it now. And the visual effects in this movie are pretty horrible. The first movie is known for having amazing special effects that hold up still amazingly today. I mean, like, all the visual effects from this movie from the first one still look really amazing. In this one, they feel really outdated and bad in this movie. And I'm not normally one to complain about older movie special effects because of the times and stuff, but you go and watch the first movie and then watch this one and see the special effects, and it's just absolutely horrible and stuff. Like, they have these really fake looking locusts and stuff that just look really terrible, and it just I thought the visual effects in this movie were pretty bad. There were a couple parts though with makeup effects and stuff that were decent and stuff, but nowhere near as good as the original. And there are a few things about this movie that I did like the cast is really good, especially Linda Blair. She's once again really great as Reagan. It was awesome getting to see her. She's just really likable in this role, and she maybe not quite as good as she was in the first movie, but she still was really likable in here, and I liked her in this one. And Richard Burton as Father Lamont was pretty good too, and the rest of the cast were decent enough, but really those were the only two characters that I really cared about or anything in this movie. And Kokomo as an adult was played by James Earl Jones, which was pretty cool getting to see him in this movie. I love James Earl Jones. I mean, who doesn't? He's Darth frickin' Vader, so getting to see him in here was kind of cool and stuff. I wish he would have had more to do in this movie, though, to be honest. I was kind of disappointed in that he's only in here for a few minutes and everything. I know on the case and stuff that says that he has like quite a bit of credit on the case and stuff, but he wasn't in it a whole lot, unfortunately. He has an important role, but he's not in it a lot. William A. Fraker's cinematography is pretty good, not near as good as the cinematography in the first movie, but it still works alright in this movie. It's not terrible or anything, not anything to write home about, but it's definitely not terrible. And Ennio Morricone, his score, I hope I said his name right. He's a really great composer and stuff, and I don't actually know if I've ever actually heard his name but I think that's how you say it, Ennio Morricone. He also did the score for Fistful of Dollars and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and a bunch of other really great movies and stuff. He's a really great composer, and his score in this movie was alright. It wasn't anything real great, not near as good as the score from the first movie. And also they had these really weird things in the score that had like these people kind of singing stuff, and it was really kind of amusing and stuff. The way it sounded like people that were trying to sing that can't sing and stuff. It was more amusing than anything, and it really kind of took me out of the movie whenever they had that in the score. But and the pacing in this movie is horrible. I know I've complained about the first movie's pacing and stuff, but this movie, the pacing is terrible from start to till finish. Like the last 5 minutes are really the only part of the movie that really that seems like it's not really slow and boring. I just felt this movie was really poorly paced too, and everything. And I think a lot of its story is just really convoluted and inconsistent with the first one, and it just is a really terrible way to do a sequel and everything. It's easily one of the worst horror movie sequels I've ever seen. I can agree with a lot of people on that. I just really did not like this movie. So, but due to the acting and cinematography and stuff, I'll say I give this movie a 3 out of 10. It's not a super great movie, but it's okay. I might watch it every once in a blue moon if I'm watching all the Exorcist movies, depending on how much I like the other ones. I'm hoping that, I've heard 3 was really good, so I'm hoping that I'll at least like that one quite a bit. I don't know about the others. I've seen the beginning once and I don't remember it at all, so I don't even know if I saw all of it all the way through, but I know I at least saw most of it. So I don't really know what to expect on any of these other Exorcist movies, but I'm not as enthusiastic about watching the whole franchise now after this one, but I'm hoping that the next one will be better. But yeah, so anyway, that's my review for Exorcist 2, The Heretic. Let me know in the comments what you think of this movie, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.